Yeah. So, Assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh. And I hope you are well. So, let's start this video. Okay. So, first of all, yeah, introduction. I forgot the sequence of like making the videos because of the past long videos. Okay. So, yeah. So today is like Sunday, 2nd of August. Okay. And this is going to be the 4th July video, and I'm including this in the July month because the content is of July. Okay, so I completed the DBMS, database management systems, like the queries and the codes. So in the July, so this is like you can say a July content. So yeah, I'm just including this in the July. Okay, and yeah, before starting, let's do a small introduction. So hello everyone, I am Muhammad Arham and I am from India, and I'm currently doing BCA, Bachelor's in Computer Application from Manipal University, Jaipur. And and what about me? Yeah, I love building things. I love making things. I love making things that that the people can utilize. That I also can utilize. Okay, that the things that people can want to make profit or like use it, and also like crazy things. And more qualities, yeah. Like I like learning new things, new skills. Okay, not only in the field of studies, but also like in the sports. Like what to say in the sports. Like I like football, and then martial arts, and then calisthenics. I do all of these things. Not a pro in all of them, but yeah, just like I just do them. Maybe they are distraction or I don't know, but yeah, I like doing multiple things. Okay, yeah. And also like I like learning new languages. So that's all for the introduction. Okay. So let's dive in the video and see what is the update of my life. So no course yet. Okay, so see the personal courses that I was doing. Yeah, I used to do is now on pause because of the exam, and the second semester exams are coming and not coming. Yeah, like it has already started also, not for me but yeah, for other peers. Yeah, so what I did, I was preparing for the DBMS lab. Okay, so yeah, like 90% or you can say 90 to 95% I have completed. Okay, so okay, what are these tick marks doing? I have to remove them. So yeah, let me just take you to the code and we will just go through it. Okay, so yeah, as you can see, so these are the little bit like query and the codes you can see of the DBMS lab. So I'm just showing you like what things I did and what things I learned and all. So okay, so this is the first exercise, and what here we are making like creating a database named my database. Okay, and then yeah, like the SQL query languages are like easy, but just the main thing and the problem is the syntax. Okay, like where to add the table word and where not. Yeah, like I learned that in the data manipulation language. The data manipulation language, that means the commands that uh, the commands that manipulate the data. So in those commands, the table is not added. Okay, so it's just the content. Okay, like this, only the table name is added, student, and not the table word. But in the data DDL, data definition language, the language which changes the structure of the database, in those commands, the table is added. Like creating. Okay, like creating is like making a table. Okay, so it is a DDL, data definition language. So here table word is included. Okay, so here what we are doing, we are creating a student table with column student number, and what is the data type of it? It is an integer type. Okay, so the column is integer type, and it will be the primary key of our table. Same for the student name. Of we are making like a column of student name that will be having like the data type of varchar, that is like character or string. Okay, and it will be having a space of 30 characters, you can say. Yeah, and then the student address column, same, and then the student DOB, that is student date of birth, and that will be having the data type of date. and then the same student branch, and it will be having a redai of varchar. Again, same creating a table of mark sheet, same creating a table of employee and the columns. All of these are columns. Again, creating a table of employee department. You can say again same creating a table. So and now the next section. So we are altering the table, that is making the changes in the table, like in the table. Okay, in the table structure. So what we are doing, we are making a we are adding a column. So here see alter table student mark sheet. So we are altering the table, that is changing the table student mark sheet and adding a column student grade, that will be having a data type of varchar and two characters. Okay, so like yeah, and then the same again, like altering the student mark sheet table, dropping the drop means like deleting the column, like drop means delete the column and the data also. Okay, so yeah, we are doing this, and then the drop the table employee salary. We are deleting, or like yeah, we are deleting the whole employee table only. And then exercise 2. So here we are what we are doing, we are inserting into table name. So this is like what to say, syntax. Okay, so insert into the table name, column 1, column 2, give the column name here, and then the values, value 1, value 2. Okay, select all from table name. So here, like this query is used to select all the columns from the table. And then here it is the update syntax, like update at the table name and then set the column name is equals to this. up, Update table name. So here we are updating, and here we are like changing. Okay, not updating, here we are adding a new column, and here we are updating the column name to new value. Okay, so yeah, that's the difference. And like here set column is equals to name is equals to new value, and then where condition. Then again the delete syntax, delete from the table name, where condition, give the condition what to delete. So we are just like removing this, the syntax. And okay, so this is the query. Okay, so here like we are like I'm doing what to say, uh yeah, I'm doing a repetitive thing. This could be done like in a one command only, like insert into, and then all the column names, and then the values and the column names and the values it will like it would have. But like in my university lab, like it's recommended to do this. Okay, like it doesn't work in some of the what to say, in the lab, uh, the lab query processor doesn't process that one command thing. Okay, the one command syntax, like there would have been like only one insert, and then into the table name, only one command, like insert into table name, and then all these things like the student and the value, like the column name and the values would have been like in the next consecutive lines. Okay, so yeah, like I just stick to this syntax. So what we are doing, we are inserting into the students tables, what into the student number column and the student name column, and all of these are the column names. And what we are doing here are the values. So what are the values that will be stored? So all these are like the same. And then we are jumping to the exercise 4. Exercise 3 was like same of the exercise 2 only. Okay, so I just skipped it. And then here what we are doing, we are like displaying the current system time. So what is the time? So we are selecting a column. Okay, like this you can see a column like to char, converting this whole thing into a character or like string. So what is this? This is date. The sys date will like return the system times, and this will like format it into the correct 24-hour system. And where did the am came in the 24-hour system? I don't think the am is needed. Okay, so yeah, and then see this is the hour, and this is the hour, and this is the 24-hour, the 24-hour system you can say. And then there is the minute, and there is the second. And we are like the dual is what to say, imaginary, you can say an imaginary table or a default table where we use to like print things, or like yeah, like printing things and using it as a default thing. Again here select, here we are printing the date. Okay, displaying the date. So select the sys date from the dual. Again, what is the next thing? Okay, this the we are now jumping into the what to say, the functions, you can say. Yeah, functions, the SQL functions that so that have like many functions and that we can use. Okay, so let's jump in. So the first is the substr. Okay, sub, you can say substr. So what it does, it returns the substring. Okay, so here you see this is the word oracle, and what we are doing, we are taking, we want to start from the second character. So 0 is the first, R is the second. So we will be starting from the R. And how many character we need? We need three, till three. So RAC, rack will be printed. Okay, so that is displayed. So that's the thing. And then we are doing translate. So corporation, what will happen in the corporation word? The OR, wherever the O and R word O and R character will be there, it will be replaced with A and B. That is, O will be replaced with A and R will be replaced with B. So it will become coaptation, coaptation, co, yeah, something like that. Coaptation. So yeah, that's the translate function work, and then the in sorry, then the init cap function. So this what it does, it initiate what it capitalizes the first character of the word that we are passing in. So O will be become the O will become the capital letter. Okay, so it will become oracle, yeah, like that. And then the upper, so it will convert the whole word into uppercase, and then the lower, it will convert the whole oracle into the lowercase. See here, every time we are using the dual. Okay, so dual is like, you can say, yeah, an imaginary table or a default table where we use this to display the data. Okay, so that is the thing. And then the L pad. Oh, so what was it? L pad was left padding. Yeah. So L pad means, and see in the word this mud. Okay, so what we are doing, we are making it like 11 characters long. So like the smart word will be, and we are using this asterisk character. Okay, so what will happen, it will become 11 character long. Okay, so see now the smart word is 1 2 3 4 5 6. Okay, so 6 character long. So what will it will become, it will become total 11 characters, and the gap will be fixed with this asterisk. Okay, so see how it will become like, and it is in the L pad. Okay, so left, from the left, it will, like, it will fill the gap, so it will become like this, something like this: 1 2 3 4 5, and it is 6 character. Okay, so SMUDDE, so this will become like this. Okay, smart. 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8 9 10 11. Okay, so 11 12. Okay, if it has become 12, so we'll just cancel one. Okay, so it will become like this. The output will become like this. Okay, the output will come like this. Okay, that's the thing. And then same here, select rpad manipal 10. Okay, so here what it will happen, here we will like, in the right padding. Okay, so in the right side, this character, the hashtag will be used to fill the 10 character long. Okay, what I'm saying. Okay, see the Manipal. First, the Manipal will be displayed like this only. Manipal. Okay, so Manipal will be displayed like this. And then how much long is this character? 1 2 3 4 5 6 7 8. It's total 8. So how many characters we need? Like total we need 10. Okay, so it will become 8. It will 8, it will have like 9 and then 10. Okay, so this will become like, this will be displayed. So we are now having total 10 characters, and and the space, the two, you can say the last two space that we filled for the 10th, for achieving the 10 character. Okay, so it will be filled with the character that we wrote here. Okay, so that's the thing. uh, Delete. Okay, then we are moving to the next. L trim. What would L trim means left trim. So what will happen, the space will be trimmed. Okay, so it will become ABC. And then the right trim, what will happen, this the right space will, all this will be trimmed. Okay, so yeah, it's easy functions. Then find the month of numbers between the two dates. Okay, so here we are finding the months between these two dates. So what is the function month between, and then we are just writing the date, 23rd of August 2009 till to 16th of February 2009. So how many months are there in between these? Okay, and one thing like you have noticed is that the like the earlier month is in this side, 16th of Feb, and then the past month is in this 23rd of August. Okay, so that's the thing from dual. And again, yeah, using from dual. And then the add months, like here we are just in this date. What what will be the date that will be what will be the resulting date if we add 4 months in this date? Okay, so that's the thing, like adding months in the date. So how many months? Like 4 months. Again, that's the same thing. And then now exercise 5. So in the exercise 5, we started the PLSQL command, like the code and the command, you can say, yeah. The PLSQL means procedural language and structured query language. Okay, so yeah, in the exercise 5, we started that. Points of the course, you can see. And also like starting and we were like in this thing, okay. In mistakes in the comment is empty. Okay, so just like say that we just discuss what I've understood. So okay, so in this is the declare section host. Okay, so here what we do, we declare variables. Okay, and like variables and yeah, like declare variables and all. Okay, so first the VSNO, this is a variable name, and this V name. Okay, so this is a variable name. We are writing V, okay, like so that we just like it is for clarity, like this is the variable name. Okay, so what we are doing, we are here we are prompting the user for input. Okay, so how? See, VSN, that is this is the variable, and what we are doing, we are going to the tables, student table, and there getting into the student tables column, and we are using its that student numbers type. Okay, student numbers column type, like I showed you the student number was int. Okay, so we are using that type to what to say, initialize this variable. Okay, so this VSNO will be an int type variable. Okay, and then this ampersand here, you can see this is like used for taking the inputs from the users. Okay, and this will be stored in the n like a variable again, and this will then will be this passed to this VSNO variable, and this is the is equal to sign that is we use in the SQL query and all. Okay, and again here same, we are like we name a variable of type student name in the student table. It will be a sign of that type, and then begin. Okay, so this, see, declare section was optional. Okay, and this begin section is what to say is compulsory. When we don't have variables, we don't have the declare section, but yeah, begin is like compulsory. So what we are doing, we are making a bookmark. Okay, like save point loop data. Okay, so a bookmark here, like yeah, a bookmark, you can say. And then what we are doing, we are trying to fetch, so select student name, so we are selecting student name into vname. So student name column will be put into the vname variable from students, from the student table, where the student number is equals to VSNO. So the student number that has the VSNO number will be put, the student names that has the student name that has like the roll number or the student number which the user put in will be saved into this variable, and then it will be like output. Okay, so this is the output function we use in the what to say in the SQL only. DBMS output dot put line student found. Okay, like the vname, we are printing its name that we stored here, like same into the vname. Okay, that's the thing. And then the exception. So this is the section, like again an optional section. Here what we are doing, we are handling the error, like when the no data is found, like when the no data is found in the vname, then what to do, output this line, no such student, inserting new record. Okay, just like showing case. And then what we are doing, we are like inserting into the student name and the student number and the student name values, we like the same with the student number, and then the like just a character and new name. Okay, so this code has, like you can say, this code taught two things. Okay, like first the bookmark thing, the save point thing, you can see here this command, the save point thing, and then the PLSQL code. Okay, so that's why what we are doing, we are just like printing that, yeah, we are adding the name, the number, and the student name, and then what we are doing, we are just like printing student inserted student number. Okay, so yeah, changes are made. The changes are made here. Like we added the number and the this character, this word or the string. and then we printed this. And then what we are doing, we are just we are like going back or undo the changes. We are just undoing the changes. Okay, so we are rolling back up to the dup data. So how the database was here at this point, say point, the here, like the how the data was here, it will be same after that, like after rolling back. Okay, so yeah, we use this command to just roll back to that point, and then we have printed this line, roll back successful, insertion undone, like the insertion was undone. Okay, so that's the thing. And then again, yeah, same, declaring the variables, and this is like the if condition. Okay, so here is the, again, see, we declared all the variables here. Total is the variable. Here we are storing the sum of m1, m2, and m3. And then we are taking out the average in the average variable total by 3. And then we are here the if condition in the SQL code. You can say if m1 is greater than 35, greater than or is equals to 35, m2 is greater than or equals to 35, if m3 is greater than or equals to 35, then what can do this? If average is greater than is equals to 60, then first class. If the average is greater than is equals to 50 or small, like this is the redundant code, you can say why to use this. Like if you pass this, then now then only that, if you have passed this condition, then only this means that the average is smaller than 60. Okay, so that's the thing. Okay, average one is like greater than or is equals to 50, then we are in the second class. If the average is greater than or equals to 40, then we are in third class. Otherwise, if m1 or m2 or m3 was less than 35, then print that the v class is equals to fail, and then end the if condition. Here also we ended the inner if condition, and then DBMS output like display this total, then the total average and the average one, and the result the V class. What was the result? Fail or pass, or the first class, second class, third class. Okay, again same code. So we are here declaring the variables p number. Again taking the user input with the ampersand. Not ampersand is the, yeah, ampersand, you can say, and then begin. Like v remainder here, what will be store null if modulus. So if there is an even number, if the remainder is 0, then the null will be like returned. Otherwise, the remainder will be returned. And then we are just output, like we are displaying this, that NVL to char converting, like converting the remain. See, if the v remainder is null, then it will be converted into the null character. Okay, and then will be passed to to this. Otherwise, null is not a string. Okay, so we are just converting the null into a null string. So that's the thing here. Then ending it again using, okay, so using call s, call s, what to pronounce this, call s. Okay, so yeah, like it is an alternative of switch case statement here. So declaring variables, again same. See, here we are just explicitly typing the data type number, okay, and then getting the value. And then what we are doing, we are here, we are like having a variable, and there what we are doing, we are using the call s, directly fetches the first non-null value from the arguments. This will fetch the non-null value from the arguments, okay, like the vnum or the vnum2 or vnum3. And then what it will do, it will print the result. So dbms dot output dot line result call as. So yeah, like using the call as, we just like, you can skip this. So the result will be printed. Okay, like if vnum was a real number, non-null number, then it will be printed. Otherwise v2, otherwise v3. Yeah, that's the thing I think. And then the exercise 7, declaring a variable. So these are the loops. Okay, so see, in the SQL we have three kinds of loop. First is the loop keyword only is the loop. Like you can say, you can see here, begin loop. So this will run in a loop. DBMS output dot line I is equals to I plus 1, and then exit when I is equals to less than 10. So okay, so it will start from like 1 to 9. Yeah, and then yeah, end loop, and then end, and this is like while loop, I number I, declaring a variable, then I, and then while I is less than is equals to 10, loop dbms output I, and then I increasing the I, and then ending the loop. Okay, and then this is the for loop. So for loop doesn't need a declaration of like a variable. Okay, so here we are just what to say, like it is inbuilt, you can. So for I in 1 to 10, for I in 1 dot dot 10, that means 1 to 10 loop, output I, and then end loop. Okay, so yeah, like every time the loop will automatically increment the I, and yeah, we don't need a variable also for that. And again, the next section declaring the variables, and then begin select employee name into vname. So we are like assuming a employee table. So from that, using the employee name column to that, like it will be stored in the vname where the employee number is equals to VM number. So where the this V employee number matches the employee number, and the name will be stored into the vname, and then the name will be like displayed. And then again the exception, when the no data is found, just print that no such employee exists. Otherwise, when too many rows, then when there are too many rows, we found too many rows, then output that multiple employees returned. Okay, so how can we like otherwise you have to make a loop here to print all the employee, I think. Yeah, that's the thing. And like how many, so exercise 8 was like a long one. To create or replace procedure. Okay, so this is a procedure, you can say. We in like we started the procedure. It is a function, like not a function, it is a thing that we call it like a type of function, you can say. Not, I can't describe it like in deep. Okay, what we are doing, we are making a create or replace procedure. So these are the keywords, you can say. So the procedure name is update emp name, employee name, you can say. And then two variables, you can say, pno in the in employee dot employee number. So this will be like we are using the employee number columns type in the pno, and then the employee name type in the pe name. Okay, so in is like a keyword where we have to use here. Why? I don't know. Guys, okay, so I will, yeah, so we have got some problems. So not problems, like what are the confusion, I will go and search, inshallah, I think. So what was here? What was the problem here? Like here, yeah, in. So in, why is the in used here? And then anything more? Anything more? Anything more? I saw. Okay, no, I don't think it was here. Okay, so yeah, let's move on. So yeah, like two variables, PE number and the PE name, and then as. Okay, so yeah, update e name as begin. So here we are creating the procedure. Okay, yeah, what is the procedure? I was thinking, the question was this. So yeah, and then as we use the keyword as, and then begin section, update the employee table. That employee name is equals to PE name. So what the new name we have said, that will be set here. And then the employee number PENO, the ENO E number. Okay, so this variable what we have put in there, that will be set here. But how? We are not providing input here. Okay, there is no ampersand. So from where the input will come? And then commit the changes. So when we update, so we are committing it so that the changes are saved, and then end. How to execute? Oh, so here is the way to execute this procedure. Okay, so it's just like a function, you can say, type of function. Not a but see, function is like in sec is in SQL. Function is like we like function is different. Okay, so we are coming, the next is function only, like after exercise 10 11 only. How we execute this here? So here what we are using, the execute keyword, ex keyword, and then the update employee name. Okay, so this is the argument, now I found out. So this was like, it's an argument, you can say. It takes a pno, like this number, we have given the number, and then the name from here. Okay, so yeah, now exercise 9, creating the stored function. Okay, see, here is only the stored function, like creating a stored function. So create or replace function, add function a in number. So here we are using like just a keyword, you can say, in the functions and procedures in. So a in number, so a will be taken in. Yeah, oh, a will be taken in. If you had written out, then it will be like what to say, return or something. So yeah, taken in a number, a variable a, and then b, second variable b, same like in, taken in now, and it will be a type of number. and then return number as C. Return number as C number. So yeah, return number as C number. So this will be like a return number as C number. So return the number as C. Okay. Again, C will like store in the C store A plus B. Okay. So store A plus B and then return the C and then return the C. So this is total a definition, and this is like the section like the code. You can say begin and then end. Okay. And then invoking and testing the function. So declare, this is the like we are testing here, declare v result uh variable, and then begin v result is equals to add function, this the function, this is the same function, add function 10 and comma 20, and then output the sum of 10 20 is v result. So here we have stored the result. Okay, so yeah, I got it. Create stored functions. Again, here also we created the stored functions. Okay, so again we are creating the stored functions. Create replace function. Cursor employee, select employee cursor. Okay, so here we are like we are using cursor. Okay, cursor. So first like normal creating a stored function, count employee, and then a variable p esl in number. So this is a number type. Return number as. So here we are returning number as. Declare explicit cursor. So we are declaring a cursor here. Cursor is just like a cursor, like going through one line one by one. No, yeah, going through line one by one. So here we are declaring a cursor, employee cursor. So we have got the cursor, employee cursor is select employee number, comma employee salary from employee table. So we've got two columns from the employee table, and the cursor is there. Cursor, employee cursor is select employee number and employee salary from employee table. Okay, and then the variable VNO. Okay, so it will be storing the employee number type data, and then the v salary, it will be storing the employee salary type data, and then the v count, it will be of data type number, and it will be it, and it is initialized, you can say, as from the 0. Okay, so what is the thing next? So again, the begin section, open employee cursor. Okay, so see, here we have opened the cursor. So cursor, like we have opened the cursor, and then we are running the loop. Fetch employee cursor into v ENO and v salary. So see, the cursor was declared here. So cursor, like see, this is the cursor. You can see this mouse pointer. It was declared here, and then the employee number and the employee salary from the employee table, like the contents, like you can say was like you can see, yeah, displayed in the memory, you can say like line by line. And then we are opening the cursor, so the cursor will run in a loop like this and read one by one. Okay, so I think that's the thing. Open, yeah, see, opening the cursor and then loop, fetch employee cursor. So we are fetching that. We are fetching the data using the employee cursor into fetching the data into the v and see this variable v, and then the v salary. Exit when the employee cursor like uh, has the data not found, you can say, yeah, employee cursor has the data or returns not found. So we will exit at that time, and then check the salary threshold. Then after doing this, like in the storing all the contents of the employee number, employee salary from the employee table into these two variables, I think, yeah. Okay, so into these columns, you can say, yeah, columns are variables, you can say. So what we're doing after that, check salary threshold. If the V salary, salary threshold. So what we're doing, we are checking that if the V salary is less than the PE salary, then V count is equals to V count plus 1. So yeah, see, if the V salary, that means the salaries that we have got into this column, you can say, that we have read into this column, if that is smaller than the PE salary, that is the salary that we have entered into this function, if it is like if the V salary is smaller than the P salary, then V count is equals to V count plus 1. So what we are doing, if the like if you have entered the P salary like 10,000, so the person the employees whose salary is less than the 10,000, you can say, so that will be like those will be counted in the V count. Okay, see, we are incrementing the V count, and then we are ending the loop, and like ending the if condition and then ending the loop. and then close the cursor, then closing the cursor. Okay, so that is the use of the cursor. Okay, so reading one by one. But loop was okay, so loop couldn't just go from like reading all the tables. So yeah, we use the cursor and then return the v count. So after that, we are returning the v count and then end. So how we are invoking and testing the function declare we limit number 6000. Oh yeah, we limit number 6000. That is the limit you can say we are putting like not limit like a variable we limit and storing 6000 and then the total v total number. So v total is equals to count employee v limit. So the employees with the salary less than 6000 will be added into the v total, and then we are just printing out the v limit, that is the limit, the 6000, and then we are just printing out the total number of employees who have the salaries in between those limits. Yeah, that was the thing and a big code. Okay, so and then the exercise 10 again, create or replace that. So this time where we are like the procedures and the function, and this time we are creating a trigger. Okay, so trigger, yeah, like the name, as the name is suggesting, triggering. Okay, so we are making a trigger here, create or replace trigger. The trigger name is restrict employee access. So this will trigger something like it will restrict the employee's access to the database or something like that. Like entering the database, entering into the database or writing or updating something. Okay, so before insert or update. So this will trigger before the insertion or the updation or the deletion on the employee table. Okay, so yeah, that is the thing. Declaring two variables vr, okay, of type number, and then the v day of type watch or two. Again, yeah, the character or the string you can say of 10, 10, 10, 10, 10. What is the 10? 10 characters you can say, yeah. So here the V hour is taking the current system's date. Okay, current system's time. You can see the hour 24 hours is from the sys date. It is extracting the hours and in the 24-hour format. And then here this V day is taking the day from the system date. Okay, so how system date taking out the day and then converting into the character or the string, and then making it per case so that we can check later, and then we are trimming all the space and all. Okay, so then the begin section, restrict operations. So we are restricting the operations of the employees before the 9 or after the 5 p.m. That is 17 hours, you can say, 9 hours. So if the VR, okay, so we have got the VR here, the VR is less than 9 or the VR is greater than or is equal to 17, then raise the application error. So this error will be raised minus 20,000 to data modification restricted outside business hours. Okay, so this will be triggered. The hour has passed or it is before the working hour. And this is the restriction operation on the Sunday. So in the Sundays, these are the update and the insert or the deletion or in the employee table cannot be done. Okay, so if VDay is equals to Sunday, then see here we have got the VDay. If the VDay is Sunday, then raise the application error minus 20,000 to you can see our data modification restricted on Sundays. Again, ending the if condition, and the last, yeah, guys, 11. Here we are declaring a cursor C2 is, so that cursor will be pointing to now the select all the columns from the employee table, declare the record variable. So yeah, so declare the record variable using the row type. So erect like a variable, and it will be what to say, declare a record variable. So this is a record variable, you can say, of type of like employee row type. Okay, so like of the employee table type. Okay, so yeah, it will have the data type of the employee table, yeah. And then begin, open the C2, opening the cursor, and then the loop, fetch C2 into erect. So fetch C2 into erect. So all like, okay, all the columns on the employee table is here and C2 is here. So the C2 will run open and then run. It will all fetch all the contents and the data into the irrec variable, you can say, yeah, and then exit the condition using not found or row not found. And so it will start fetching. And when will it exit? It will exit when the C2 is not found, or the C2 is like has gone to has like exceeded the row count, that is like it's greater than 3. Okay, so it will exit at that time, and then it will display the row details. So like DBA output the, okay, so this is like what to say, creativity. Okay, so like it will make the display beautiful. Okay, so line, yeah, and then the displaying the employee number. So erect dot employee number. So what which was the content that was stored in the employee table, now it will be stored into the erect. So all the columns. So here what we did was like all the column that was in the employee table, that all that columns, and yeah, the rows also. Uh, the rows are made of columns only. So all the columns and and its type was like put into the erect variable, like or into the erect table, you can say, yeah. So now we can fetch it using the erect dot employee number and then the erect dot employee name. Okay, emp name. So it will display the same output as the employee dot employee number and the employee dot employee name. Okay, so yeah, and then ending the loop. But one thing I was like ending the loop and then printing the total rows fetched. So here we have like again display the line, so that avoiding the clutterness and all clutter. And then the number of employees equals to P2 row count. So the how many rows we have inserted and minus one. So that will be the number of employees, because see, each row represents one employee. Okay, one employee's data. So yeah, obviously that. And then we are closing the cursor, close the cursor C2 and then end. Okay, so yeah, we had some of the confusions, and like the main confusion here is like C2 row count. Okay, so I'm thinking that until the C2 row count is greater than 3, exit that time. So if the C2s, that is the cursor's row count, has become more or is greater than 3, then exit. Okay, so it will exit at that time. So I think it's that only. I will go and check. Okay, so yeah, let's keep this for now. So yeah, that was all the code and kind of confusion also in the middle. But yeah, like 90% completed. So one more revision and yeah, practicing and writing into the terminal, and then inshallah I will be good to go for the exam. And the exam is also like after 2 weeks. Okay, this DBMS subject exam, and the math exam is like, yeah, here only. Next, statistics and probability exam is like coming. I'm having the exam on like 5th or something, yeah. So doing the revision and the prep. Today only I completed the 4 units. Okay, so it was like the statistics and the probability, like the dispersion, absolute measure and the relative measure, and standard deviation, mean deviation, coefficient of variation, relative, and the interquartile okay, all these things. Okay, so yeah, these were all the things that I'm planning to do the next. So I've divided into like, so 3 days I have something like, okay, so 4 units today, 5 units after that, and then 5 units after that. So 4, 5, 5. And then in the meantime, I'm also like revising the data structures and the algorithms lab, like the arrays, linked list and all. Okay, so yeah, that are the things that I am doing currently. And then the Chinese learning, yeah, paused again for the sports section, calisthenics. So like kind of paused after, yeah, like the last time I recorded, I haven't done yet. That this is the problem. Like I'm missing these days, these things, not consistent, not taking it seriously, kind of. Football, yeah, like today only I went to practice in the morning. Okay, so yeah, I practiced, and yeah, in the matches, this is the currently the football season, so we are learning to handle the pressure and the anxiety, and the pressure of performance and all. And the martial arts, pause, like just sometime in the martial arts days, I just do a little bit shadow boxing and all, shadow boxing, and just that's it. So yeah, that's the update for till now. And Jazakallah khair for listening. And yeah, learn, enjoy your life. Okay, learn new things, try new things. Don't get into bad things, and help others. And yeah, assalamu alaikum wa rahmatullahi wa barakatuh.